Hi, welcome to Handicapping Your MBA Odds. I'm John Byrne, editor of Poets&Quants.com.
And I'm Sandy Kreisberg, the founder of HBS Guru.
And we're here to discuss today's candidate, Ms. Consulting Wannabe. She's a 31-year-old white female, 680 GMAT, 3.43 GPA from NYU in Econ. She's worked for the same firm, a financial analysis and data mining and back office firm, I guess you'd call it, right? In financial services for 8 years.
For 8 years. In the real world, working for a firm for 8 years would be a good way to get yourself on the road to a gold watch. Within the world of business school admissions, that becomes questionable. For one thing, when people see 8 years of work experience, they begin to think MBA. And for reasons that we're going to make clear, that's something that this woman might think about.
Now, you also think there's a problem with the firm itself, right?
I have a hard time understanding her description of the firm. She said it started out as an asset manager and then transitioned into a platform for other hedge funds and asset managers. So I'm guessing what they do is help prepare statements or help manage trades or some type of back office technology.
Now, what's wrong with that?
It's, by business schools, it's not considered selective, and well, that's the magic word. It's not selective enough, and moreover, she doesn't want to build it out. She wants to change careers into consulting.
And now, usually, consultings are great recruiters of MBAs, and that tends to be an easier job to transition into. Why is this not going to work?
The leading consulting companies, such as the big three, McKinsey, Bain, and BCG, what they like are book-smart, very young people. This woman at age 31 is, by their standards, not very young. She would have a hard time when she graduates business school at age 33 at getting a job at Bain, McKinsey, or BCG. They won't be impressed with her prior history, and at age 33, at a firm like McKinsey, you're almost ready to retire.
That's a shame, really. Come on, she has a lot to offer. Why would they reject her out of hand?
Because that's the way they operate. They like people who are young and smart, and they train them, they break them in, they don't have to pay them a fortune, and they bill them out for a lot of money. It's the dirty little secret of Harvard Business School. I'll post a link to the comments of this section where there's a famous book that proves that in 1950, McKinsey started hiring people right out of Harvard Business School. They convinced their clients that these wonder kids could change their life, and it made the careers of both McKinsey and Harvard Business School. It's a model that seems to work.
That's a Duff McDonald book just came out.
Thank you, John. We'll post a link to that. It's important. You don't have to read the book, but you should know that. If you want to. Also, here's another thing: McKinsey, Bain, and BCG. They care a lot about where you went to school, undergraduate, and they also care about your GMAT score. They often require that you post your GMAT score. They're looking for like 720.
So 680 isn't going to cut it for those three firms,
right,
or for Harvard, Stanford, or Wharton. Now, her expectations, however, for her graduate school experience seem fairly reasonable. Michigan, Cornell, UNC, Darden at Virginia. What do you think about that?
Those schools are right on the target of having a 3.4 and a 680 GMAT. Here's the dirty little, this seems to be dirty little secret section here. The dirty little secret about those schools are that, there's two dirty little secrets. The first is, one of the ways they appraise candidates, they want you to be employed when you leave. They don't want to be a collecting point for disappointed, unemployed people. My advice to her is to say that she wants to continue in what she's doing in some management role, they would, and to hint that she actually has a potential job or knows the industry, they would be a lot more amenable to that than they would be to someone who's a career switcher into consulting.
Yeah. Now, the one last aspect of her profile is she says she doesn't really have many extracurriculars, but her hobbies are mountain hiking, kayaking, yoga, and photography.
That's a non-issue for her. This is going to be a case decided on the merits. It's a question of whether those schools think she could get a job with their certificate after she graduates. That's going to be the only issue. And if to be honest, reading the whole profile, it sounds like she's a little burned out. It sounds like she's looking to consulting as a magical thinking. She would do better, first of all, thinking about an MBA program. Second of all, if she wants a full-time MBA program, to saying that she wants to continue in a management role to manage or build out a company very much like the one she's in, and that she knows the business and that she can accomplish that.
Okay, bottom line, Michigan, what are her odds?
I'll be honest with you, I don't have a real super feel for those schools. If she can present herself as someone who's employable and someone who knows what she's doing, I think those schools might be attracted to her. So I think her odds are in the 40 to 50% range at all her target schools.
So that's 40 to 50% in Michigan, Cornell, Carnegie Mellon, UNC, and Virginia. Pretty much.
Some of those schools are a little less selective than others. You can see what their status is on U.S. News and World Report, but
Okay.
that's the way I view it, with proper execution.
Tough love.
I don't set the rules. Don't blame the messenger, folks.
Well, Ms. Consulting Wannabe, good luck to you. And if you have a profile out there that you would like Sandy to take a look at, send it in to poetsandquants.com. Until then, good luck on your application.